It's January, it's a rainy and stormy day, and I think it's time to make orange jelly. If you like, you can join me. What do we need? 1 kilo, 2 kilos, 3 kilos of organic oranges, 2 packs of jam sugar, an organic lemon, and some cinnamon. I got the recipe from a bear called Paddington. We still need a few devices: a knife, a citrus press, a grater, a wooden spoon, a measuring cup, and a large pot. We also need a cutting board, and then we can start. First, we have to press out the juice. If you have an electric orange press, you can also use it. I have organic oranges, but I still washed and dried them. Three kilos of oranges want to be squeezed out, and that's why we accelerate the whole thing. When you're squeezing the oranges, you should make sure that none of the white skin is rubbed off. That would make the jelly bitter. My 3 kilos of oranges gave about 1.3 liters of juice. That can be more or less, depending on how juicy the oranges are. It's important to measure the juice precisely, because this calculates the amount of sugar. Now we still need the orange peel. Again, you have to be careful not to rub the white skin. You could also omit the abrasion, but then the fine orange oil that are in the skin would also be missing. The abrasion of 1 orange is sufficient. You are probably surprised that I'm talking about jelly. I don't like the orange fibers, but if you would like to have jam, you can add it. The bear Paddington speaks in his recipe of a splash of lemon. But what is a splash of lemon? I decided to take the juice of a half lemon. As I mentioned, the oranges made 1.3 liters of juice, plus the lemon juice. Now the jam sugar is still missing. Here in Germany you can buy sugar with a ratio of 2:1. That makes the jelly less sweet. I need about 870 grams of jam sugar for the 1.3 liters of juice. The sugar must be weighed carefully beforehand, otherwise the jelly will become too firm. I put the stove on the highest level until the jelly starts to boil. The sugar must dissolve completely. Now you have to bring the juice to a boil while stirring. The package says that the liquid has to boil for 4 minutes until the jelly is done. You can now switch the stove down, which reduces the risk of the jelly boiling over. After about half the cooking time, I add the orange zest and a little later half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Here too the Bear Paddington only expressed itself vaguely in his recipe and spoke of a pinch of cinnamon. I used a whisk to stir in the cinnamon. The jelly is now ready and it can be filled into the glasses. Be careful with the hot sugar solution, you can burn yourself badly. I rinsed the glasses with boiling water and made them germ-free. The whole kitchen smells of orange jelly. I'm already looking forward to the result. The amount of jelly is enough for about 7 medium-sized jars of 300 grams each. Now the jars have to be closed carefully. If you have done everything correctly, you will hear a soft pop at some point during the cooling phase. That means a vacuum has formed. Now the jelly is done and it only has to cool down. And this is how it looks. It's a nice gift, but you can also enjoy it yourself. I'm already looking forward to trying the jelly. Perhaps you now feel like cooking orange jelly or jam yourself. I wish you a lot of fun and that you will also like it afterwards. If you liked my video, I would be happy if you drop by again. Until then, take care.